All right, here we are back with stage two and two of the Tour de Spartacus series. There are two mini races and one more regular length race. The first one here is on Avon Flyer, in the new New York map. So this is basically a very short course, hard out of the gate, just trying my best just to stay towards the front of the group, just make sure I don't get dropped. We see some people dropped early on here, but the goal with this one was just to maintain front position, get there, try to not lose too many places in the overall GC. I think yesterday I was 21st or something, but it was a bunch sprint, so it didn't lose too much time. So here there's a little bit of a climb coming up to the finish. I push hard to get to the front, then come over on the downhill. I lose a few spots here, but finish up in 12th, I believe. So next we're on the sixth train. A little bit longer course, a little bit more rolly. Um, So there's a little bit more, a few more selection points here, a little bit more in terms of climbing where we can lose some off the back. Again, same goal here, stay with the front group as long as possible. I get the arrow power up. I know there's no more banners. I'm just going to hold on to that one until we get to the end. So there are a few attacks throughout this race, but you see one going up here. And now we've got the climb here. We've lost a few off the back already, and with this climb, I think we're going to lose a few more. You see those two up off the front, but pushing the pace. And here we just continue up. So I'm able to keep with the plan, stick with the plan. Maybe I get a little bit too aggressive trying to go too far up front, but I just want to make sure that I'm not getting caught out. So we have 53 here. This is the selection that's going to stick with it to the end, to the bunch sprint. We have the same winners early on. Early in the first race, I believe it was the same winners yesterday. Again, I'm surprised that someone with a Ruby Velo score and a 700 Zwift racing score wants to race in the CCAT. Just because you can join the pen doesn't mean you should. It reflects poorly on the whole organization, which is a group that I usually like to race with, race against in ladder. They're usually pretty good, but they should be a bit better about what racers they're putting in which races. So here we go, 1 kilometer left. Just coming towards, it's a little bit of a downhill on this one on the sprint finish. I caught it a little bit, wasn't really ready. So not a super strong finish here. I get past a little bit. 17th. Finally, we're coming into Spinfinity. So the legs are feeling a bit tired for everyone here. It's a 20-kilometer course. There's the Brooklyn Bridge KOM, which is going to be the main selection point on this one. And then the Manhattan Sprint, which comes up right after the sort of what is called the sprint. It is a draggy climb up to get there. So at this point, the legs are sore. The fitness isn't great. We've got a little bit of a climb here early on this one, just to drag out of the gate, and people are pushing off the front and making it hard. Sticking with the same plan as I have in the other ones, just trying to stay close to the front of the group, not get dropped too early. I'm worried about getting dropped on the KOM as it is a tough one. It's about a 3.5 minute effort. So it's somewhere where there's a lot of stronger riders in this pen. Like I said, there's rubies, emeralds, diamonds, a lot of sapphires. Amethyst, I'm not too worried about. It's really close to the platinum level, but really worried coming into this one that I was going to get put out the back. So here you can see there's some people attacking off the front, really strong, really pushing a hard gap. We've got 63 in this middle group, this mid-pack group. Coming into the subway here. I'm not sure if they fixed the escalators or not, whether that's fixed, but with most people in these pens, there's no real super lightweight riders that are going to take advantage of this or be able to take advantage of that little bug that was there before. So no big separations there. Here we are coming into the KOM. You can see all of the times before. I think my best on this one was 3:30. So I did get a feather at one of the banners. I held onto that one, trying to stick with the front part of the group coming up the climb. I don't want to get caught out the back and have to catch up late on, holding onto that feather. I noticed that it wasn't super hard push at the beginning, so I just wanted to hold on to it until I felt the legs starting to hurt. So here we go. I've pushed there. I've managed to get to the front of the group, holding on here, just making sure again that I don't get dropped in that selection coming over here. I'd like to stick with this group as long as I can towards the finish. Although I know it's likely that I will get put into a second group at one point. So here we go. Like I managed to get a PR on that one and finish third overall on that climb, which was surprising to me after doing too many races before. So drop the anvil coming down, but then there's not too much time before the next one. So now we've got a group of 24 in the front. So really looking good in terms of my GC time coming up. I think maybe some of the sprinters that did well in yesterday's race and the two earlier ones may be caught out behind. Here we are back up to the Manhattan Sprint. Now here, one of the guys that I've been watching on this one, and a guy that I've raced with a lot over the years, is Rick Keller, who's right there with me. We've been neck and neck in a lot of these races so far, and whenever we race, we're always really close. So I'm watching him here. I'm like, okay, I don't want Rick to go. I don't want Rick to go. There's a little bit of a gap here, and kind of I could push there, but I'm not feeling it. So like, okay, well maybe these guys will push to catch up, and then I see it going in. I'm like, oh crap. But they're 3 or 4 seconds up. I take that risk, and it's a gamble that you take some time to hope that the group is going to catch up and close that gap for you. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But here you see the group is working together, and we're going to catch these guys before there's another group of two that are up ahead of them. But we were able to swallow up this group that had Rick in it there. So able to stick with him. We've, I think, through the first three of the races, yesterday's race and the first two, we were a second apart. So that's kind of my marked rider going forward in the series. Now, someone's bridging up there in the subway here, but still we've got the small group up front. I'm happy to sit with this group and see how it goes to the sprint. And so now we're up out of there. There's a little bit of a ramp, but not much. So here we are. We see the ramp there. 4.2 is as steep as it gets. Uh, I use the feather there just because it's not going to be useful in the sprint. And then we got a little bit of a downhill, and then pretty flat out for the sprint here. The legs weren't feeling great. Heart rate was relatively high, but overall, after too many races and a tough one on Spinfinity, I'm surprised how well I was feeling. Not great for the sprint, but just overall, like I think the three, well, too many races and one regular race. It was a fun challenge for a Saturday afternoon. I enjoyed it. And here we go. Sprint opens up. I'm going as hard as I can, but I just can't close that little gap there. Uh, Finished 12th, just one behind Rick. So fun. It's too bad that there are a couple people who are racing well below their category, but that happens sometimes. As much as I complain about Swift Racing Score, the category system is does allow for a bit more sandbagging than the other systems that are out there. So here we are. We'll look at the GC coming up. So I've managed to sit in sixth. Going in, starting yesterday, I was like, okay, well, top 10 would be a great spot. And so there I am. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Fun race.